Take a look at this, guys. Take a look at this, guys. They're really popping off. Iran protests enter the third day. So this has been going on, updated 52 seconds
are we all
ago.
Gooch,
They're brave compatriots.
Happening, boys.
Streets. Okay, yeah, obviously, they're trying to support this. Let me see if I can find any more of these. The coverage from the growing protests. Iranian opposition leader Pahlavi urges the end of the regime. I hope the terror regime of Iran is finally taken down. Where's Greta, Ruffalo, Javier, Joaquin, Miranda from Sex and the City? Where are all the college kids? Why aren't they speaking up for the people of Iran? Well, the reason why is that, so you have to understand that all of these people hate America. They hate American values. They hate Western values. And they will always side with the more un-American side. It doesn't matter what it is, but they will always fall off on that side of the fence. Jesus. So they're actually arresting protesters now? Yeah, your own stream is like your own domain expansion? Exactly. Yeah, I have no interest in that at all. Let me go back and see if I can find this. If Iran would change, the whole Middle East would change. Take note. Oh, I think he's completely right about this. This is true. Iran is probably the biggest destabilizing force in the Middle East. It's either Iran or Israel, right? And I'd say you could make a pretty good argument for either one. So, yeah, where's the rest of these? I think this is the one that I saw before already. And happening right now are retreating. The Islamic regime forces are retreating from the anti-Islam pro-Shah demonstrators. Are they really anti-Islam, or are they just anti... I think a lot of them are still Islamic. Yeah. Jesus. Holy. Jesus. Yeah, this is good. I thought he's saying the F word, right? I keep hearing that. Today, Iranian women joined in the uprising. Seeing how they're at the front line and one woman leads, other follows. Don't be afraid, we're together. Oh my God. Wow.
Go on, lad.
Damn. Hopefully they can actually do something about this. I'm going to be honest. There's about time it has to happen. 2025 is the entire world devolving into one big PvP server. Exactly. And it's crazy how bad this is getting. It is. It's nuts. Waiting for iDubbbz to comment? Yeah, exactly. That way you know what to think. Of course.
It's all filmed on potatoes, that chat.
Jesus, man. Oh, my God. And things have to get bad before it gets good? Well, things seem to be pretty bad over there. Apparently, they don't even have water. Like, I mean, yeah, I bet they're fucking mad. A third night of anti-regime uprising. I urge you to keep the following in mind. When Iran rises up, it's not because of Israel or Mossad organized it. It's a result of 47 years of misery, death, and oppression. That's what's crazy, is that it's only been 47 years. That means that I bet a lot of people in Iran remember the way it used to be before they took over. I think that's a really, really big component to this. At least I think it is. I think it's a huge component. Who needs water? All we need is pop soda. Yeah, true. And yeah, just feed them Brondo, right? Watch Iranian students are pushing back against armed Islamic. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh, here they come. They broke in containment. Jesus. The crazy thing, too, is, like, this is pretty peaceful, I would say. I mean, yeah, there's a few people, like, throwing, like, I don't know if that's Groks or something like that. I don't even know. Like, that's obviously bad. But besides that, it's just a handful of people. And they're just walking around. Okay, all right. Well, never mind. That lasted for 2 seconds. Yep. Well, it was a good, like, 3 or 4 seconds, though, right, guys? Mostly peaceful. Oh, my God. I wonder if this is actually going to make a big enough difference. I do. I wonder if this is going to be big enough for them to actually, like, make a real change, right? And clip card on X, it's my prediction. Yeah, bro, like, that's fucking funny. And, wow. And entire cities across Iran are flooding with people.
Breaking news. The Persians have awoken.
Jesus. Knock the fucking flag over.
Entire cities in Iran are flooding with people.
Oh,
Not
my
whispers,
God.
Roars. From Tehran to
They're supposedly using live ammo on them now?
provinces.
Oh, yeah,
the
no doubt.
streets are alive. Men, women, students, workers, retirees. One message, one demand. Enough. Enough of the Islamic Republic. Enough of repression. Enough of broken
I don't know the right
promises
me,
and
chap.
stolen futures.
True.
Crowds are
I think what's happened, this is the reason why you're seeing worldwide protests. It's because of the internet. It's because people can use the internet and they can look up what their own country used to be like. In a weird way, like, obviously the Iranians have it like 100 times worse than we do, but it's the same basic thing that's happening here in America. Is that Americans are looking at they're watching old TV shows, they're seeing old, like advertisements, they're looking at old movies, and they see, wait a minute, none of this stuff was happening back then. Why is it always happening now? Like, what is this? How is this guy that's working this menial job own a whole house? He's got a wife and 2 kids, and he has 2 cars. How does that happen? And it's like, the guy works on an assembly line or something like that. So people realize and they're able to understand what they've lost.
Yeah, that's happening everywhere.
And I think because they can do that, now you really start seeing them rise up. Now you start seeing them lose their fucking temper and get furious about it. And it doesn't matter whether it's Indonesia, Malaysia, Iran. I think the same thing is happening to a degree in China even. That's why they're trying to control the internet there. Why do you think they're trying to control the internet? It's because they don't want people to see this. They don't want people to realize that actually there is a world out there that's better, but it's worse because of the way that they've made it. That's the entire reason why they do this. The conversation moved to the internet? Yes, exactly. Married with Children is such a good show. Yeah, well, all I'm saying is, like, it is a common thing that's been going on more and more.
calling for the end of the Islamic Revolution and free Iran from the regime
Yep.
that rules by fear. In the streets, all the last 2 days, a name is rising again. Reza Pahlavi calls for the crown prince to lead a new
This is the
free
it's the
Iran,
Prince of
echoing
Shah,
across the nation.
the unironic Prince of Persia.
Support for restoring the monarchy is re-emerging in public. Reza is calling for a regime change and a democratic transition for Iran. This isn't just a protest.
Yeah.
This is.
I don't even know if it's really. I mean, like, cause the guy. I mean, he used to be the prince, right? I mean, I don't know if they even really want a democracy. I just think that they don't want to be oppressed and they want to be able to have water, right? I mean, a lot of these countries, like, I don't think that all of these countries need to run on Western democracy. They just don't want to run on nothing. Like, they don't want to run on oppression where they can't use the internet, they don't have food, and the country's a shithole. Like, that's it. They don't want to be ruled by Islam. I don't think that, no, I think that they do like it. A lot of them are probably Islamic, but they're not, but to be fair, I think that the fastest growing religious group in Iran is Christians. So, I mean, obviously that's growing, it's getting bigger, but, you know, Christians are still a very tiny minority there. But all that being said, I think that they're okay with Islam, but they don't want it to be the radical, fundamentalist, oppressive Islam that the Iranian people are dealing with. I mean, there's obviously a spectrum of this, and they don't want it to be that much.
National awakening.
That's it.
Iran is rising. Persia is rising again. God bless Iran.
This is amazing. I'm really happy to see this. Students of the University of Tehran joined the mass protest. Tehran is their capital. Damn. God damn. Look at all this. Persia hates Sharia law. I think that there's a huge spectrum to it. There's, like, I know plenty of people that are Muslims that are, I know Muslims that drink alcohol, okay? Like, it's the same as Christian, right? It's the same thing where the more that somebody is, you know, in another country, it's another culture. The religion, it's like a flavor of their life, but they're not necessarily following all the rules, okay? So, yeah, and a Muslim? Well, that's not what they say.
I don't think you have to.
They think they are. Yeah. It's about Reformation. I don't think they're going to have a Reformation. At least not with this. Do you think the CIA and Mossad, to some degree, are behind this? I think that there probably are. And honestly, like, that's a good thing, in my opinion. I mean, like, it's very obvious that Iran is like a tremendous, massive destabilizing force. And I think that Iran being a psychopath shithole that's run by retards probably costs everybody in the world billions of dollars. It is. It's If Iran was a normal country run by normal people, then I don't think we'd have any problems. Or sorry, we'd not have any problems, obviously. But, like, we would have, like, probably $100 billion less problems. We'd be able to trade with them. We'd be able to work with them. We wouldn't need certain defense assurances. You wouldn't need to have as much military presence. You wouldn't need to constantly be worried about this. You wouldn't need to protect ships as much. You wouldn't have to deal with counterterrorism that's being funded indirectly by Iran. Like, you have to understand that, like, all of the different things that this country is done, the government has done. And again,
that's what they were saying before.
Over and over and over. It's not the country. It's not the people.
I ain't a Muslim, yeah. But I also do think that fucking you can still be a Muslim and have a beer. Just like you can still be a Christian and have a beer. Whether people, a lot of Muslims would disagree, but you know what I mean? We're not, life don't have to be that strict. It really don't. Well, I think things do need to be stricter. In my opinion, you know. This is just my opinion. It's like control. I don't think the government should have control as much as they do. I don't think they should be able to I don't think they should be able to fucking tax you anything over 5% of what you earn. In my opinion, 5% is plenty. Government needs to start some businesses, make some revenue of its own. Instead of relying on other people to fucking make it for them. If they're actually doing worthwhile things, make money. Not wasting so much fucking money. Like, I get there's some people that need help here, but I think like benefits and all that sort of shit, or like call that social security in America. And that's the wackiest thing ever. I think unless you've got no fucking legs, or even if you've got no legs, fucking get a job at a desk. You know what I mean? I work fucking like 50-hour weeks. Still come home, still do all my shit. I got one arm at the minute. My arm's fucked. Don't believe in it. Not working's a choice. Look at Stephen Hawking. Look at Stephen Hawking. You're telling me, yeah? Fucking Carol on your local council estate. Or the projects, or whatever it is in America. You're telling me she can't do a fucking... she might have mental health, but she can go around litter picking or something, bro. You know what I mean? Fucking... I don't know, man. I think there is technically a job for everyone. Even if she was just fucking sorting mail or some shit. I don't fucking know. But then again, it ain't really my job to fucking find these people work. But there should be people out there that don't work just because they're lazy bastards. You know what it is? I should tell you how everyone could actually work. As if working for women was optional. Working for women's optional. As soon as you've had a kid, you don't have to go to work if you don't want to. That would make enough jobs for everybody. It would sort out the birth rate issue. And realistically, bring in a national service. $16 to $20 national service. And when you come out at 20, you can go to uni if you want to. But I guarantee you, by the time you've done 4 years national service, not half the cunts are going to want to go to uni, just going to want to get a normal job. People only go to uni to fucking party and take drugs. And you can't tell me otherwise. Everyone I know has been to uni. But either got that fucking hooked on drugs, yeah. That it's like ruined their life outside of uni and they've never done it with a degree. Or, don't get me wrong, some people have smashed it, but they're normally the fucking girls, man. It's the guys who just fuck it up. Just go out partying, taking drugs, and just being idiots. I'm not saying that that's what everyone's going to do, but maybe the people who aren't going to do that would benefit from going to uni at 20 years old anyways, after a bit of life experience and a bit of discipline. And I just think, it just makes sense to me. Like a national service. If I was 16 and I was told that to go in the army, you best believe I'd have fucking hated every minute of it. But you come out a better, more disciplined person. You won't be spending all your money. So you'd be saving. So every man who came out of the army, he'd have money behind him to go get an house. He'd have discipline, life experience, learn to deal with hard things, and they would have avoided probably the most crucial parts of their life where they're just absolutely hammering drugs. And that's just the facts of the matter. You'd be surprised at how many people take drugs. You'd be very surprised.
It's the government. It's the government that's the problem. That's the real problem. The people sure seems like they're fine. It's the same as North Korea. I think that North Korea...
Fine, a bit of an understatement.
I mean, it's on the same spectrum.
Well, having to run around, like, protecting themselves.
You're right. It would be a great... The world would immediately become a better place if North Korea just stopped being crazy. Yeah, it's similar, but it's not the same. Like, North Korea is way worse. But, like, yeah, it would be amazing. It would be great. Like, we'd save so much money. We wouldn't have to worry about that. Sure. North Koreans are pretty brainwashed, though. What would our defense contractors do without threats, though? We just go back to Africa, right? Go over somewhere else. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of other countries to start trouble in. Like, look at it's all of South America. There's all of that. Yeah, what are we talking about here? Let me see. Widening anti-government protests in Iran. Let me see if I can find a more.
What the defense spending could do. It could be used. So don't get me wrong, right? As long as we're looked after in our country. Shit, do I not put that on? That's so annoying. What? Why's that on? I don't know why it's not working, chat. What's that? Eh? Fuck knows why it's not working, boys. Fine. That's a bit annoying. No. Nope. That one. There we go, we're back. Oh, try again.
More of these that are new. Oh, this is new too. Tehran, this is today. Day 3 of the protests. Brave people of Tehran are saying this is the final battle. Pahlavi is returning and calling for shop closures. And also, here's another big reason is that, and you can see also, I mean, this is generally always the case, but many of the people that are here, besides Baldy here, many of these people are young people. And I think this is what's happening all across the world. Audio is kind of bad. I'm going to turn it down a lot. So much oil in South America, basically free for the taking. I've heard about that. Yeah, Trump was talking about that, in fact. It could be as young as 35. I mean, I'd say that's pretty young, yeah. I mean, in the grand scheme of things. But I think that the worldwide youth revolts are against governments that are just corrupt and basically don't give people any sort of dignity anymore. Whenever you don't have the promise of dignity, of the dignity of a average life, I think that radicalizes so many people. And it's made people so radical, so extreme, and so angry. Do you know when this kind of revolution last happened by Iran, by youth results? No, I don't. I mean, I'm not an expert in their history. I just know a little bit about it. Youth today grew up watching our future be exploited and plundered before their eyes, wants retribution and change. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty extreme, but I think you're right. Yeah. So they just want to totally shut down the entire economy to get rid of the government. I mean, again, and also I want to bring something up because I know people will preemptively say this, especially like, detractors and people like that on Twitter. They will say, well, why am I okay with these protests happening and these people being so aggressive in Iran, but I'm not okay with people in America, like, blocking roads? The reason why is because the people in Iran don't have democracy. They don't have a way that they can be democratically represented, and they don't have a free society to where they can change things by just simply organizing and affecting change. Like DSP? Yeah, I use the detractors. How about that? You like that? And so the difference is governance. So, like, really, I mean, it's okay to do this if there's no other solution. Now, if you lose the vote, I mean, you can't say, oh, there's no other solution, I keep losing. Well, that's too bad. But the problem is that really these people don't have to vote. They don't have the ability to do that. And to the extent that they do, it doesn't affect the change they want it to. And I think this is even a conversation point that's happening more here in the United States, where, like, for example, like, support of Israel is very, very hot topic. But it seems like for a lot of Republicans and Democrats, it doesn't matter what you vote on, you're still going to be supporting Israel. And I think that's really something that people here are very angry about too. And I think that's why people are getting so mad. Yeah, basically this is their only option. Yeah, they don't have any other options. That's why the Boston Tea Party happened, because you couldn't just vote King George out. You couldn't do that. You had to throw the tea in the river because that was the only way that you could resist it at all. Like, voting is a protest, basically. And really, if you have enough people to vote, you can change the outcome. Tim Walls tweeted 6 minutes ago. Oh, jeez. Did he finally admit that he's retarded? Did he admit it or not? Because I'm hoping that he finally just admits he's retarded. That would save everybody so much time. If he's like, all right, guys, you got me. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead. He's shoving it in our faces. Oh, I know. And again, Tim Walz. See, again, if J.D. Vance does not push for treason with capital punishment against Tim Walz, do not vote for him. If Trump does not deliver that, do not vote for him. Unless the most extreme, dramatic, brutal, aggressive option is on the table, I'm staying home. I'm staying home, bro. I'm done. It'll never happen. That's fine. Then I guess he's not gonna win. He's not gonna get my vote. I'll tell you that. Yeah, you're not gonna get my vote. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, I sleep. They can't. It's not treason. All they can do in our system is investigate and prosecute. Yeah, they can. If you oversaw a redistribution of what, let me go back. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna pull you up real quick, okay? I'm gonna ask you something. We're gonna ask you something. What would you call it? Treason as a definition. Okay.
Treason where you go against your country.
Betraying one's own country, especially in attempting to kill the sovereign or overthrow a government. Treason is the crime of betraying one's country, specifically defined in the U.S. by adhering or giving aid to comfort to its enemies. So, like, what about whenever it's the only crime defined in the Constitution?
Yeah,
A
but
strict
are
proof.
there
2
Somali
witnesses
enemies
to the same overt act or a confession in open court
they
and
just
carrying
accuse
severe
spammers?
penalties. Key aspects. Constitutional definition. Levying war against them or in adhering to our enemies. Giving them aid. So it's a terrorist group. So if he knew that the money was being sent to terrorist groups, then how's that not treason? And also, how about this? This is big. You ready? Expand the definition. Just expand it. Just redefine it. Change the word. How about that? Yeah, it's not like it's impossible, right? I mean, like, what are we doing? Like, we really think we can't do this? Like, I feel betrayed. Yeah, I feel betrayed. Yeah, like, what's this? I'm on board for expanded definition. He knew it's 100%. Yeah, if he knew 100%. Like, what do you think the probability is he knew? I think the probability he knew is 100%. 100. 100%. We really think we can't do this? Commies are the only ones that can change definitions? Nope. That's right. They shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. Never, ever leave a weapon on the table. Always use everything that you can. Crush your enemies completely. Never take half measures, never be reasonable, never say, okay, enough's enough. Nope. Go all the way. He's retarded. He couldn't know. You know what? Fuck, you're right. He could use the fact that he's retarded as a defense that we can't try him for treason because he can't make any decisions because he's fucking retarded. Wait, oh my God, no. We shouldn't have... No, he's not retarded. Tim Walz isn't retarded anymore, guys. Yes. What makes you think he knew 100% just feelings or proof? I just feel it's a vibe I get. Yeah. By the way, the vibes that I get on things are 100% accurate. Don't ever let a research paper or some data conclusion or some graph tell you that... I mean, unless you're a retard. Unless you're a retard... Never let a graph tell you what to think. Okay? There's no deniability. It's common sense. That's it. It's common. It's just fucking obvious. Like, and I know that there are people that are like, these like mid-wit, 105 IQ people. But I think that inside of... So this is the graph, okay? This is the IQ graph. All right, this is the IQ graph. So right here, right this here, is the and right here. So let me explain it. Ten trials, and then 15 appeals. And then nothing happens. Okay? You see this? Okay?
What?
This is where we're at.
That's what we are.
You understand this? This is the IQ graph. Fake graph? Yes, this is a graph you can trust. It's obvious. Everybody who's retarded and everybody who's smart knows this.
That's like COVID, though. That
it's the people that think they're smart
people saying it here.
And think everybody else is retarded. They're the ones that are trying to invent all this, fucking this bullshit. This is where we're at. Most statistics are made to sell something. That's right. And so this is a graph. Yeah, you can trust my graphs. Where are you on the graph? Probably about right here. The thing is, I don't give a shit. It's so obvious.